Oh, I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten anything all day. I'm about to go get the greatest tacos possibly in the nation, but definitely in town. Let's do this. Pikmin and tacos and memories. Yeah. Okay, I ate lunch. We are now actually at my old neighborhood. This was like a place that I lived at during a time, maybe, it did span elementary school, middle school, high school, but I didn't live here like the entirety of my childhood, but definitely a lot of memories around here and a lot of things have changed. I mean, just my city in general has changed a lot. Like a lot more people want to move here, just to Texas especially, but my city is like huge, huge in popularity. So let's see, I did send some Pikmin on an expedition. We do have expeditions now. I know I need to catch people up a little bit. It's only been like a day since we saw the last video, right? Well, I don't know when this is gonna upload actually. So look at this. We got a new Pikmin to plant and everything. We can actually check maybe and send out a few more Pikmin on some expeditions. I've got a lot more Pikmin as well. So there's a lot going on, you guys. But this is pretty cool. All the different fruits give you different colors of nectar, you know, so then you can plant different colors of flowers. And obviously the seedlings are gonna give you that Pikmin. So let's go ahead and you can get a look at all of these Pikmin that I've got right here. It is absolutely nuts. We're leveling up in friendship with a lot of them. Some of them are named after you guys. So for instance, some people that we had commenting on the last video, I named some Pikmin after you, so why not send you guys both on that expedition? That's gonna increase some friendship, send you on out there. So ladies and gentlemen, let's see some beautifulness. It's another just amazing day. So yeah, are you kidding me? 78 degrees Fahrenheit, like this is perfect. Like I would love in the mid to low 80s is gonna be great right now. Awesome, let's do it, Pikmin Bloom! Okay, we're gonna go down to this pond in the neighborhood. When I say pond, it's not like a little circular, like fish pond. No, this is like a river almost. So it's back behind me and we're also sprouting a new Pikmin. So I'm gonna go ahead and name this one after you guys, is after the viewers, ladies and gents. And so to make these like giant flower petals or stems or whatever, to turn them into flowers, we have to plant enough of these flowers in the game, little Pikmin flowers or whatever, and make a giant one. And so I think that that's gonna be my goal today, other than see some beautifulness, right? We gotta also tell you guys some stories. And so yeah, let's at least do one of those. This might be a little bit shorter of an episode than last time. I mean, last one was like almost 16 minutes long, right? Let's do a, you know, short but sweet, tell you some stories. And we're especially gonna see a lot of nature today. It's gonna be nice. It's sad. I mean, sometimes this happens like during the winter, I guess, but not during the fall usually, is this pond has seen better days. And so it is unfortunate. Maybe people aren't visiting it as much. I don't know. I haven't been here in forever. So you used to just have like massive amounts of turtles, fish. There are usually ducks are here and stuff, and you can feed them. In the old days, I came here and I would just be feeding so many turtles, the ground would turn like blackish green. I've got to show pictures of this. I think I have some pictures from the old days. In fact, pictures of the whole pond. We gotta see it. There are a lot of fish in the pond. I mean, and there have been a lot just in the history of it. I think when I was real little, like I don't really fish anymore. I haven't for probably over a decade. But in the old days, my dad and I actually fished in there and got like 3-pound bass before, which is pretty big for just a neighborhood pond. Again, it's kind of like a lake or river, like a long, thin pond. But there were these koi or goldfish and carp. Somebody must have removed them somehow and probably sold them for big money, you know, which is sad to think about. I'm hoping that didn't happen. It's just my thought. But aside from feeding ducks, geese, turtles, fish, it's just such a great place to be. I haven't really had too many girlfriends in my life before meeting my wife, but for all of them, this was like the date spot. You know, I used to love to take somebody who I thought really highly of. I would take them here to the pond. It's romantic and nice. I'm almost done with it. I was actually walking around the entire pond right here to plant flowers all the way around it so that we could have flowers going every single which way when you look in the game. So I think this is about where we ended, or where we started, we should say, so where I should end it. It doesn't look as beautiful as I thought it was going to. There's a few like rough patches where it didn't plant, so I may have to just like walk it 2 or 3 times for it to actually be like what I was kind of envisioning in my head, but that's okay. We had a good time. We saw a lot of turtles and fish and everything like that. Very, very nice. Right next to the pond is actually the neighborhood association's building, but also the pool. I voted here in this building at the first election I was ever eligible for. And then so many years later, kind of recently, like in 2018, I gave my dad a ride down here. He lives in the neighborhood still, it's just he's in bad health, so it was good that I kind of assisted him with that. But in between the pool and this building was this area where there used to be, at a certain time of year, after the toads had all like mated or whatever, there were just tons of little tiny baby toads. I used to love to just simply shuffle my feet so I wouldn't walk because you didn't want to step on them, although they were pretty wary, but I would just sort of shuffle my bare feet into this grass and watch all the little toads hop up. It was just amazing to see them. For real, it was like a lot of them all at once. Speaking of, we saw some adult toads. They would inevitably get to the pool, and sometimes they'd get like stuck in those little pool drain. I have no idea what they are. They're just like those little things that are on the side of the pool that drain into sort of a circular area. And this is where I knew from a very young age how much I loved animals other than just being interested in them. I saw this jerk-off kid, dude. I mean, the pool, like you knew everybody in the neighborhood because of the pool, but there was this like highly overweight jerk-off kid. He would bully anybody he could, but also apparently toads, because he grabbed one out of that circular area from the pool and then he threw it over the fence and into the pond. Like that probably killed that toad, you know. It landed in the water, so I don't know for sure, but that's just so much trauma for the toad. But also for me at a young age, dude, like I hated seeing that. I couldn't step to him. I'm not a fighter, you guys. A ladybug could beat me up, but I was pissed. This pool was everything, dude. At the time that I would have been coming up here, there wasn't as much as there is now. It really has grown, just like Texas has. But dude, come on, people. There's like 3 trash cans right there. Anyway, definitely been a good day of memories and Pikmin Bloom. There's also this wagon. It's sort of like a playground thing, but also decorative. I don't know, you just use it for whatever. I've taken my son over there. I should show some pictures, but there's even a story to go with that. So I started to skateboard in late middle school. This would have been really late 7th grade. Close to summer, and I remember that there were like no places to skate in the neighborhood after we just really didn't have a lot of places to skate that were any good. And so we asked them, you know, at like a town hall neighborhood meeting. We were the only ones, you know, it's obviously people like over 70 were all in attendance there. We were the only like little 7th graders, 8th graders maybe at that time, and they never gave us a skating spot option or whatever. They were just like, yeah, you're kind of screwed, but hey, why don't you help us move this wagon? And it was gonna be the next day, and I thought it might help out the cause of like skateboarders. None of my friends came to do it either with me, so I was the only one here with all these, I guess, just basically strong adults. So it's like all these really strong men, and then me, like a little 7th grade kid just trying to push and pull and whatever. I remember I was like on the side right here basically doing nothing, you know, but it used to be way back over there, and then we had to move it all the way this way, and it was crazy. It didn't help our cause though as skaters. It didn't help the cause at all. All right, we're about to start trying to make this flower into a large flower, at least. Gosh, it's so bright, I'm so sorry. But it looks like our Pikmin came back from an expedition, so let's check that out real quick. And they're gonna bring us a little blue seedling. Very nice. And so that actually came from where we explored last episode, Zilker. So that was the park that they explored. So that's kind of cool, you know, they can go back to places that you've been before and pick up items and helpful things for you. So awesome. You guys, it started to actually get kind of hot out there, and I needed to get some water and everything. I didn't bring it out with me, and so I'm gonna come back to the spot and start flowering. But to wake up the giant flower or whatever, we're gonna go ahead and use 2 accounts. I don't think I'm normally gonna do this, of course. It's supposed to be just kind of 1 account, I guess, but I'm gonna bring back the real Dr. Kendo to be with Dr. Kendo, and we'll flower this thing double time and hopefully turn it into a giant petal flower. Giant flower. So after showing off on Twitter, just using the right hashtags or whatever, it looks like King Hanky came in with a like and retweet for our Pikmin Bloom AR Plus shots with the wagon. Thanks, Hanky. But this is where we finally did get our full bloomed flower. Decided to kind of double time it. The extra account helped a little. I mean, I did most of it. But I was sort of expecting more to come out of the flower. Essentially, it was just like a big apple, you know? But hey, it looks nice.